This is a video response to Mephisto. Mephisto Manifesto. So, nice to meet you. I watched your channel this morning, and I see some good stuff there. Not a whole lot of stuff, but some really good stuff. So I want to talk about fairness in RPG. You have a really good video about fairness in RPG, where you share your concern about being fair as a GM and all this stuff. And oh man, this is a big, this is a big topic. Obviously, fairness is a virtue. So nobody wants to be unfair. Everybody wants to be fair. Who wants to cheat players? Who wants to cheat people? Who wants to be a dick? So therefore, the base position for this, the starting point of the nature of being a GM or being a player or this relation, it's, to be fair is one of the basic stuff we should strike for. The problem is, and this is why I think you're concerned, and many people are, and myself as well, is that there is stuff that emerge from play. And since there's a lot of people around the table, and there's a lot of moral intercourse, kind of like I don't know how to say it, but moral interactions around the table on different kind of layers, in-game, story-wise, player, GM-wise, and meta and all that. It's so random, you cannot control fairness all around. It's gonna happen somehow that one night you have to make a decision quick, and 2 out of 5 players feel it's not fair. And it will tell you after the session, or it will let you know somehow, and you will know when the words are gonna come out of your mouth, and then you're gonna feel bad about it. It honestly, man, it's just a matter of I feel it's a matter of maturity somehow. Like you depends on who you play with, depends on the nature of your group and the relationship you have with these people. I would do a null inquisitor on you. I would pull a null inquisitor on you. I would say it depends on the mechanic. It depends on the design of the game. Some games will be more inclined for fairness. They will have fairness built in, kind of thing. And that's good. I mean, that's easier to role play that way. Some games will have some kind of a rhythm to them, or like a beat to them, that will provide for unfair things happening, and for me it has nothing to do with game balance whatsoever. Like, it's not about the numbers, and it's not about the power of the character, stuff like that. It's really about the decisions as gamers. For me, fairness is not something story-wise or stuff like that. It's the decision making the GM makes toward the player, and vice versa. At least that's the layer I'm interested in. If the GM kind of kill my father as a character in the story, I mean, it's a variable. It has nothing to do about being fair for me. I don't see it that way. That's not how I see it. For me, it's really like the GM tells you that you can't do it, or the GM tells you no, or the GM interpret the dice in a way that it's harsh. It's harsher than it should be, kind of thing. This is where I feel like fairness is important. And you were talking about the fact that you don't have a lot of experience, and you need to play more to kind of develop that, get better about that. You're totally right, though. It's not a board game. It's role playing game. So it's a lot of people sharing imagination, sharing representations, and You know, there's a concept called integrity. You know, you being I don't know how you say it, but when you do integrity, what's the word in English? You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. It's like when you are fair, you you leave your ego at the door. Uh, that's a big one. You know, a lot of stuff I feel like in moral issues, because for me fairness is a moral issue. About moral issue, psychological, the psychology of morality. You know, moral psychology and stuff like that. Being fair is it's a matter of ego. So most of the time, sometimes when you're unfair to someone, you just want to manifest your ego and make sure that this one is under you. When you keep being pushed toward victory or toward higher grounds, kind of thing. And that's really common human behavior, even in the gaming world. So as a GM or as a player, leave that ego at the door, and it's hard, man. I've been guilty of this shit for real, like, and even recently, you know. Not in my Burning Wheel game, because Burning Wheel supports very well. If being fair is not something that really has to happen in the game. It's honestly, it's really weird the way it's done. But in a traditional RPG, you have like the GM is the authority, the player are the one that has to react to that authority, kind of thing, and you know, fairness is everywhere. So it's something that it's part of the game, I would say, and it's a little. I hate to be a little talking absolute like that, or just being like fatalistic, but you gotta have to get used to it, because some nights you're gonna be unfair, and some nights you're gonna be tremendously fair, and sometimes the player will not be fair towards you. They will say you're unfair when you are. It's gonna be. You'll see. You can see it already. You know, it's really random like that. It's a great topic. It's a great topic, and it's not an easy one either. So I would say one thing I kept on thinking while I was listening to that video was like, man, you need to go to indie games a little bit and try it out. And this is something Tim told me, and I was like, go fuck yourself. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And even François Latarde, GDRD30, told me this. And when I tried, I was like, whoa, okay, I should have tried before. Just to see other stuff, you know? The relation to fairness in gaming is completely different in indie games. And what's interesting is in indie games is that every game is different. Every game is different. So you're gonna have really specific and special experience every time. When you play the more traditional RPG, it's more the same all the time. So when you go to RPG, indie RPG, you get to shake your paradigm. You get to shake your belief systems and the way you approach fairness, the way you approach improv, the way you approach sharing collaborative work around the table, and all this kind of stuff. So it doesn't. I'm not saying like leave the traditional. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if you want to explore fairness and you want to build some self-confidence toward GMing and being fair, get those experiences in. It's gonna change the way you see the table, the dynamic at the table. That's what I kept on thinking when I was listening to your video. A great topic, man. So thanks a lot for sharing this, and I hope I see more from you soon. Talk to you soon.